Our lives are defined by the way we see the world. So let's reimagine, and reimagine again.
Thank you all for being here tonight, and I'm really grateful that you all get to see my talk today. Now, before I start, I'd like to do a poll, and it's going to be based on how many of you think that AI is helpful, and how many of you think that AI is harmful, with AI referring to artificial intelligence. How many of you think that artificial intelligence is helpful? Okay, seems like a good amount of you. How many of you think that artificial intelligence is harmful? Okay. And how many of you don't know what artificial intelligence is? Well, in my talk today, I'm going to explore this question. What is AI? In my opinion, I believe that AI is one of the greatest inventions ever created. It's a branch of computer science that programs machines to build off an original program, or, in other words, learn. Leading examples of AI in the world today include chatbots. Chatbots are computer programs that communicate to humans and learn from conversations in the past. Another example of AI is machine learning. Machine learning is primarily used to diagnose diseases and problems in X-rays. However, there has been some debate if AI is good for humanity or will hurt us in the long run. One advantage of AI is that it is very versatile and can automate tasks. However, one disadvantage of AI is that it may cause unemployment by taking over jobs, particularly repetitive ones that humans have been known to do. Another disadvantage of AI is that it has no original creativity. We know that artificial intelligence can predict based on the past, but we have to wonder if it can truly innovate and improvise. Perhaps, however, the best use of AI is to use it as a complementary tool to help humans solve problems such as food waste and malnutrition. Let's first start with malnutrition. Malnutrition refers to deficiencies or excesses in food intake. In my talk today, I'm going to focus on deficiencies of food. Currently, 1 in every 7 people are hungry, and 150 million children between the ages 0 to 5 are stunted. Stunting refers to being significantly short for one's age. Undernutrition contributes to nearly 1 in 2 deaths for children from the ages 0 to 5 in the developing world. This is a map of the prevalence of undernutrition. As you can see, in areas such as Central Africa and Southern Asia, the amount of undernourished people is much greater than in other areas. These problems of undernutrition and stunting are only going to become more severe as the population is predicted to swell to 11 billion people by 2100, with much of that increase in poorer nations. One question that you're probably asking now is, how do we address undernutrition? One solution is to make more food, but the other is to reduce the amount of food we waste. What is food waste? Food waste is the loss of food either by the producer, the retailer, or the consumer. Nearly 1/3 of all food produced today gets wasted. This contributes to greenhouse gases and is inefficient because calories are not getting to those who need them most. As you can see in this chart, food waste occurs in developed countries during the consumption phase, or when a consumer is consuming the food. In developing countries, however, food waste occurs during the production and distribution phases, or when the food is being processed and made. Food waste during the production and distribution phases occurs mainly due to some problems. These problems include inadequate processing, insufficient infrastructure, and poor storage. This is a bar graph showing the annual food waste by region per person in kilograms. As you can see, in more developed areas, such as the US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and some parts of Europe, the food waste per consumer almost reaches 100 kilograms per person. However, in more developing areas, such as South and Southeast Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, the amount of food waste per person drops to only 10 kilograms to 20 kilograms per person. So, what's the solution? How do we waste less food and help feed the hungry? I believe we can use artificial intelligence to address this issue. The World Food Network, or the WFN, is the solution I propose to bring to the table. The World Food Network would use AI for its first two goals, which are to minimize the amount of miles that food travels and to help plants grow more efficiently. The last goal would not use AI, and that is to reward producers and consumers for not wasting food. The last part of the World Food Network's goal, or overall, is to connect local farmers to markets in their area. The first part of the World Food Network's job, as I said before, is to decrease the amount of food miles, or miles that food has to travel from the producer to the consumer. An AI algorithm could utilize information for distributors and retailers and find the closest and highest quality producer to them. For producers, this AI algorithm will predict which foods will be accepted and which will be rejected by local organic producers in their area. It will allow producers to contact managers of stores and, in turn, build trust in how the food is made and prepared. The second part of the World Food Network's job is to maximize the amount of food available. An AI algorithm could help plants grow more efficiently. This would happen because AI would monitor each plant and control each plant's environment. It would also control the temperature of each plant and the amount of water given to each one. This, in turn, will maximize each plant's growth. The last part of the World Food Network's job is to reward consumers, producers, and retailers for not wasting food. You could reward points to consumers for not wasting food. These points could be redeemed at local organic supermarkets in their area. You could also reward points to people for volunteering at local food banks and food shelters. In some areas, such as Central America, farmers have enough land to grow food, they just don't have the resources to do so. These points could be donated to poor farmers in their area and give poor farmers the resources they need to build a new life. Humanity has persevered for thousands upon thousands of years. We have joined together and broken apart. Our morality drives us to do the right thing. And whether we are filmmakers, scientists, activists, or students, we all strive to make the world around us a better place. We all can make a change in the world, no matter how large or small. All in all, the World Food Network is my idea for a better world.